Hello, this is Dan.
And Phil.
Oh, you want some?
Chocolate ring.
You are listening to BBC Radio 1, where for the next hour, some of the biggest stars of the internet take control of your radio.
Ow, Charlie!
I am Charlie McDonald.
My name's Jack Howard.
And I'm Dean Dobbs.
It's a Leo Pleurodon, Charlie.
Hello, everyone!
Is this thing on?
This is the Internet Takeover.
BBC Radio 1.
That was the Bay, James Bay with Best Fake Smile. Hello, my name is Benjamin Cook. I have a YouTube channel called Nine Brass Monkeys, and this is the Internet Takeover. Now, I've hosted this show a few times before, and I'm a citizen of the Internet, and it has come to my attention that I've gotten something of a reputation for being a bit of a cynic. I like to rant about things online. I get angry very easily, and I'm sure you do too. So, this week's Internet Takeover show is going to be the antidote to that. For one show only, this is about wall-to-wall positivity. Think fluffy bunnies, think sunshine, think sprinkles. Because tonight, with the help of you guys and two very special YouTuber guests, we will be deciding on the definitive list of the 7 wonders of the Internet. We'll be nominating, debating and choosing the 7 things that, as of the end of January 2016, make our Internet great. So, I want to know what you would put on a list of the bestest things that the Internet has to offer right now. It could be people, objects, websites, hashtags, memes, even thoughts or feelings. Anything that reminds you how lucky we are to be alive and online in 2016. Tweet your suggestions using the hashtag 7 Wonders of the Internet so we can read and reply to as many of them as we can, and we'll flash them up on screen during the show, because yes, you can watch the whole debacle unfold over the next hour on the Radio 1 website, bbc.uk, bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. You know what it is. Because shortly I'll be joined by 2 YouTubers who, let's say, occupy opposite ends of the positivity spectrum. One is the forever optimistic, incredibly cheerful, very, very lovely Carrie Hope Fletcher. And the other is, well, she's Hazel Hayes. YouTube's chewing sand, as angry, as cantankerous, and as delightfully pessimistic as I usually am. Between us, and with your help, I think we're going to come up with the greatest list of 7 awesome things about the Internet that anyone has ever come up with. The 7 wonders of the Internet. It starts right here. Or at least it starts after this next song. This is Ellie King with X's and O's.
Monkeys. BBC Radio 1.
That was X's and O's by Ellie King, and we are now joined in studio, making her Internet Takeover debut, by Hazel Hayes.
Hello, Ben.
Radio clap.
Welcome, class.
How are you, Hazel?
I'm really well, thanks, Ben.
What do you think of our nice big studio?
It's lovely. It's very impressive. I'm very impressed.
Thanks.
I'm quite easily impressed.
That's what they all say.
Sure.
Now, for people who might not be aware of chewing sand...
Oh, I doubt there's many, Ben.
Well, I first became aware of you on YouTube because of your partnership with a stuffed otter. Do you want to, in a few lines, do you want to explain?
Sure. Well, I have a channel called Chewing Sand.
Yes.
Also /Hazel will get you there. Just
sure.
Yeah, at some point along the way, it went from vlogs to comedy sketches, and there was sort of a taxidermied stoat lying around, and so he became, as you do, my sort of Blue Peter style co-presenter on this like fake show where I was this lovely person just being harassed by him. He's a drunk, he's a racist, he's pretty bad.
What's happened to him now? I haven't
What's
seen
happened to
him.
him? Well, Ben, I'll tell you what's happened to him. We made a series, and then currently he's in a black bag in my spare room.
Rehab.
His tail fell off, and the
Sure.
bag smells really bad. So I'm thinking about throwing him away.
But now you're making sketches all over the place, short films.
Yeah.
And as of, like, in your last vlog, your monthly vlog, you got to hang out with Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. My question is, why wasn't that me? Why?
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus.
Why wasn't I invited along
don't
to...
know. I don't know. Either I was the token woman, or they actually respect what I do. You can never tell.
I could be the token woman.
You could.
I can do anything I put my mind to.
Yeah, had you actually tried?
Any little pearls of wisdom from Steven Spielberg that you can impart to listeners
Absolutely,
of the Internet Takeover
and I
show?
put it at the end of the vlog. He gave some very good advice about filmmaking. I think the thing I'll take away is that you should never be 100% satisfied with what you make. The day that you think you've made the perfect film is the day you sort of stop and are too good for your own good. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm very much buying into the theme of the show, positivity.
Absolutely, yes.
So you're going to help us choose the 7 wonders of the Internet
I am.
after History by One Direction.
Brass Monkeys.
BBC Radio 1.
That was History by One Direction, and on the Internet Takeover show, I'm joined by Hazel Hayes, and we are choosing the 7 wonders of the Internet. I tweeted this out the other day. You can join in the discussion on Twitter right now using the hashtag 7 wonders of the Internet. Claire suggests Twitter polls, because now I do not have to make any decisions for myself whatsoever. India says Jack Howard's laugh, because it's pure joy. And Krusty Sponge McGee, I don't think that's Krusty's real name, says animal memes, because we get the best parts of pet ownership minus all responsibility, poo, and death.
Wow.
But I've got a suggestion to kick us off.
Right.
I know you've got some too. Listen, 3 words.
Hit me with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zayn Malik's Instagram. 7 more words, the hypnotic beauty and haunting intensity of Zayn Malik's Instagram.
Right.
Have you seen it?
Ben, I've literally just seen it today.
You did see it a few minutes ago.
I'm just new to this now. I've had a little look.
Hazel, it's deep. It's Zayn sat alone
Yeah.
at a grand piano.
Yeah. Black
Zayn
and white.
sat alone in
Yeah.
black and white
Yeah.
in front of a fireplace.
Yeah.
Zayn smoking alone in front of a sign that says this is a no smoking area because he's a rebel.
Yeah.
Hazel. Zayn don't care. He's like fire and ice and rage. He's like the night and the storm in the heart of the sun. Zayn is ancient and forever. He burns at the centre of time and can see the turn of the universe. He is wonderful. Basically, it's a lot of pictures of Zayn.
Felt like I was in church again just then. I harked back to my early days as a Catholic girl, and that was weird.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pictures of Zayn sat on his Todd thinking
Sure.
in black and white,
Yeah.
which is the best way
Is
to
he
think.
taking them himself? Is it that thing where you
don't
pretend, because I
know.
do this, where you pretend like you're not, there's no camera there, and you look away and take a cheeky selfie, and it looks like someone else has taken it.
I've no idea.
I wonder.
And I
should
find
ask
it
him.
endlessly fascinating. And I find it gives us all hope, all of us, because however lonely you are, however big a house you live in,
Zayn Malik is lonelier than you.
Zayn Malik is lonelier than you. So can I have it, Hazel? Can I have it on the first of the 7 plinths that we've erected
Very
in
specific,
studio?
Ben, for a show about the 7 wonders of... Yeah, go on. I'll give you this one.
Thanks,
give
Hazel.
you
That's
this one.
very kind of you. This is AWOL Nation with Hollow Moon Bad Wolf.
Monkeys.
BBC Radio 1.
That was the Unlimited Gravity remix, if you care, of AWOL Nation's Hollow Moon. And we are choosing a septuple, good word, of wonders of the internet with Hazel Hayes. I've got some people who tweeted in, you can continue tweeting using the hashtag 7 wonders of the internet, suggested some quite sensible things.
Oh,
I know.
that's unlike the internet.
Maddie suggested influence. The internet influences my thoughts, my opinions, and the way I feel about all sorts of topics in the best way. And Sean said we're more connected and aware of stuff that previously we wouldn't have known jack about. But the most popular thing that people suggest, you're not going to like this, Hazel. Well, quite a few people, including Maya, Megan, Billy, lots of people, nominated Pepe.
That's upsetting.
We,
That is
the
upsetting.
listeners are always right.
He's awful.
What
Go
the-
on, what do they have to say?
Well, Myros says the fact that with the amount of creativity, good causes and useful information on the internet, people are suggesting Pepe. That's a wonder. You don't like Pepe?
I don't like Pepe. And I don't know, I've no good reason to dislike the guy.
Is there history between you and Pepe?
You know what? We go back.
Sure.
Go back. We may have had a thing.
when you were
Once
trying to
upon a
break
time.
into YouTube, I understand.
Sure, yeah. And, he sort of... Things didn't work out. That's fine, that's fine.
Sure.
Obviously, that has no bearing on my feelings towards him today, obviously. Just don't like the guy.
So here's the thing: if we were to put Pepe on the second plinth, the second wonder of the universe,
Right.
because listeners are always
Universe.
right, of the internet, or the universe, I will let you have complete carte blanche. You can choose whatever you want for the third plinth.
That's tempting.
Pepe.
I'll allow the wonder to be that given there's so much wonderful stuff on the internet, people said Pepe.
Okay.
But you
All
can
right,
shorten it,
all
you can
right.
abbreviate that to Pepe.
Okay, sure. Pepe.
Sure.
What would you choose for the third plinth?
I don't know if you're going to like this.
Go on.
I love shipping as a concept.
I hate shipping.
So bizarre. Yeah, but I hate it. That's why I love it, because it's so ridiculous, Ben.
What would our ship name
So
be?
shipping, just for anyone who doesn't know, is ship is short for relationship, and it's become a verb, to ship.
Basil.
Basil, Ben and Hazel. Yeah, you combine people's names as well. So shipping is sort of, essentially, you stand next to any sort of human or object in a photo and people will assume that you're in a relationship together.
Sure.
And then they will leave a lot of comments about, are they dating? Are they going out? No, she's with that guy, blah, blah. Currently in my life, no one's really sure. There's a huge debate about whether or not I'm dating Daniel J. Layton or Jack Howard.
Caught it a bit?
I am a bit, yeah. I'm just sort of putting up pictures with them both.
If it suddenly stopped tomorrow, I'd
be upset. Yeah, no, I'm allowing it to happen. But then they get upset, you see, because they think other people like them. And then also it works in reverse. I recently took a picture with Dan and Phil where they were sort of at opposite ends of the frame.
Sure.
And people are freaked because where's the ship? They should be standing right beside each other.
People get very upset when Dan and Phil aren't standing.
About a lot of things, Ben.
For the Christmas Internet Takeover show, they were opposite sides of the sofa.
Bet they didn't like that.
People didn't like that at all. Okay, well, we will put... Which Pepe are we putting up? Smug Pepe? Angry Pepe?
Sure. Do not, by the way, Google Pepe.
No, do not Google.
Whatever you do.
Do not Google Pepe. But we are going to put him on the second plinth.
Get him in
and
there.
And the third one of the internet is shipping.
Shipping.
This is Panic at the Disco, Emperor's New Clothes, and then we will be joined by Carrie Hope Fletcher.
Internet Takeover on BBC Radio 1.
That was Panic at the Disco, Emperor's New Clothes, and we are now joined by Carrie Hope Fletcher, another radio clap. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Benjamin Cook.
You were here on my very first Internet Takeover show.
Was that your first one?
It was,
yay.
all those months ago, and now you're back. Back then, you were in the middle of appearing in the West End and Les Mis. But now you are nearing the end of this chapter of your life.
I know.
You finish on the 13th
of February.
After how many shows?
It will be 944 by the end.
So that would be about a solid 3 weeks on stage.
Yeah, that's quick maths.
Singing quick maths. It's not like
you didn't figure that out beforehand, did you?
No. But how does it feel to be coming to the end of are you going to kind of, when you're at home at 7:30 every night, or 2:30 on Wednesday and Saturdays, you're going to get a pang in you?
I'm probably going to have to just reenact it for the first few weeks in my own living room, just to make myself.
Do that if you want.
Just cast all my friends as the characters in Les Mis. But I did wonder whether it'd get to sort of like the same time that I sing on my own and start just humming it to myself. Just at the same time that I would be singing it on stage. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because you live with your boyfriend Pete now.
I do,
so you could just dim the lights in the living room, get him to sit down, perform the whole thing like
do
sock
a one-woman
puppets.
version of Les Mis.
I'll do it. You'll be like, Carrie, stop, you've left Les Mis. But do you know what you're going to go on and do next?
I do, but I can't tell you.
Is it Doctor Who? That's what everyone asks you, isn't it?
Everyone thinks it is. There's a whole long list at the moment of what people think I'm going to go into. They think War of the Worlds, they think Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Doctor Who. It's none of them. I'm going to be honest with you, it's none of them.
Well, that's a kind of exclusive.
Yeah.
None of the above.
None of the above.
You have, you've also, this is just making, it's making me and Hazel kind of feel slightly inadequate.
Oh, stop it.
Speak for yourself, Ben. I'm fine.
Well, you've also written...
No, it absolutely does. It absolutely does.
You've also written a novel, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How would you, do you know what an elevator pitch is?
No, I don't.
If you had like 20 seconds in an elevator with someone and you had to pitch the novel, what's the novel about?
I like that. That's good. Okay, it is about a woman who, at the beginning of the book, dies and she cannot get into heaven, so she has to reveal her secret. She's got to unburden her soul, so her soul is light enough to pass on to heaven. So yeah, she's got to go back to the land of the living and reveal her secrets.
And as a YouTuber writing a novel, you've written it yourself?
I have, yes.
My word.
So was that just sort of backstage in between? Like, how are you doing?
Yeah, I know. It's genuinely train journeys and intervals.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're so productive.
I just feel really inadequate. Let's go to...
I just get bored too fast. That's what it is. I get bored really quick.
Right.
We're going to a song while I massage my ego. Hazel, would you like to introduce it?
Yes, we've got Borns with Electric Love.
9 Brass Monkeys.
BBC Radio 1.
That was Borns with Electric Love. And now, in the spirit of the 7 wonders of the internet, we're going to play a quiz based on the internet's most popular, Carrie versus Hazel. When I did a quiz last time on the Internet Takeover show, I think it was Bri versus Maz, and Bri's prize for winning was to choose the next song, which is a rubbish prize.
That's lame, because we all know they're predetermined.
Shh, you're spoiling the magic. I've brought in a genuine, actual prize.
Oh wow, okay.
This is.
Oh no, what is it though?
If that's a picture of Pepe, I swear to God.
I'd want this. It's a framed, signed photo of me. Look.
Yeah. I actually quite want that.
Yeah.
You actually
I
do?
have
I'd
a
hang
sort
them
of
out.
section of weird crap in my house, so that would fit really nicely in.
See,
Would leave it just there
that
to
prize would go in
tempt
her
you.
section of weird crap. That would go on my wall above my mantelpiece, Ben.
The
Hashtag just saying.
distinct difference between me and Carrie.
So, let's have some dramatic music, and I don't know, 20 seconds on the clock. Carrie, first of all, I will give you a
Oh
point.
no. Okay.
Point for each of these. According to Twitter, Carrie,
Yes.
what were the top 5 most tweeted emojis of 2015?
Top 5. It was probably the poo. I'm going to say it was... No, it's not in there. What, a heart? One of the hearts?
The heart is in at number 5.
Okay, good. The face with the tears. The smiley face
The
with the
crying
tears.
face, tears of joy is
Yes.
number 1.
The other crying, like the actual sad crying
And
face.
the crying pools of tears emoji is number 3.
Yes. Just a standard smiley face.
Oh, yeah,
The
I'll
heart
give you
eyes,
that.
the
I will
heart eyes,
give you-
the
I will
heart
give you
eyes.
that. The smiling so hard my cheeks have turned red emoji was at number 4. The one you missed at number 2 was the sort of help, I've got hearts for eyes
Oh, that
emoji.
one.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
But
That's
4, that's
disturbing.
not too bad. Hazel.
Oh, God almighty. No, I can't. Oh, the pressure.
Hazel.
Go on, you can do this.
This question is tailored for you.
Oh, Ben, that's worse, because then if I get it wrong... Oh,
In 2015,
yeah.
according to Google,
Right.
what were the most searched, the most Googled Star Wars costumes?
Leia in the gold bikini.
Number 2.
Standard Leia.
Well,
Jedi. Just standard
Leia's
Jedi.
no-
Yoda. Han Solo. Luke. Chewbacca. Darth
Chewbacca
Vader.
is there.
Stormtrooper. R2-D2. C-3PO. I'm just naming things. Kylo Ren.
Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Ewok, and Han Solo.
I just said 4 then.
I think it was 3, but we'll give it. It's hashtag nice to meet you.
Ewok
We'll
is
give,
definitely the only one I didn't say. You can check that back, babe.
we'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Thanks.
Okay, Carrie.
Stupid Ewoks.
Oh,
That's
no,
the Space Bears. You love them.
I do love the
You love a
Space Bears.
Space Bear.
Carrie, I have. This is my Dan and Phil Get to Work 2016 calendar. During
Right.
2016, Dan and Phil dress up in a variety
Oh,
of
no.
outfits
All right.
for different jobs.
Okay.
I will give you a point for every one you get correct in 20 seconds.
Okay.
Go.
Fireman.
Correct.
Businessman.
August.
Policeman.
no.
Chef.
No.
Oh no! I can't run out of jobs.
I'm doing the village people. I don't know.
Just going through the village
A
people.
few seconds left.
Doctor, nurse. No, I really hope there's a nurse
okay,
on there.
Okay, out of time. I will give you doctor. January sailors, February army. We've got March like lion tamer and a lion. Policeman. We've teachers, lifeguards, and weirdly in October, Dan is death. That's
That's
his
not weird
job.
at all.
That's
Ben.
not weird,
Have you
but-
met Dan?
But dream big, Dan. Dream big.
Sure.
Okay, one final question for Hazel. No idea what the scores are. It doesn't matter.
We've all given. I mean,
Yeah.
we're both just
It's
shouting.
just
we've
for
all
fun.
You can have the
here.
fun photo. I don't
Okay,
want it.
okay. Final one, Hazel. Okay, this is for the framed photo.
Oh, it's for. Oh, okay.
All right. According to Favestar, Hazel,
Yeah.
what are Hazel Hayes' 3 most popular tweets of the past 12 months? You don't have to get them word perfect. I'll give you
Go on, you can do
2
this.
points for each one.
I have so much faith in
No,
you.
I tweet so much funny stuff. I just couldn't even.
The time's ticking, Hazel. The time's ticking.
Oh God, it's something
for
to do with
keywords.
Louise, probably.
Aim for-
One with Louise in it, probably.
Yeah, a bit more specific.
About the peaks and troughs. What about Paris? Oh, Ben, I don't know.
Definitely out of time. In at number 3, on the 13th of March, you tweeted to sprinkle of glitter and Dan is not on fire, putting a full stop at the beginning of the tweet so the whole world
Sure.
could see this. I'm trapped in a toilet for reals. Should I throw water at the lot? Open mouth emoji. Number 2, on the 11th of June, you tweeted, and this wasn't even in reply to anything, Hazel, so I'm not sure what you were thinking. You
I'm on
tweeted,
trial.
you tweeted, no, I won't follow you back. You know why? Because I follow people I'm interested in following, not people who tell me to follow them. And your most popular tweet, Hazel, of the past 12 months, on the 30th of Jan 2015, almost a year ago to the day, you posted a picture of yourself doing the open-mouthed emoji face with Phil touching your eyebrow with, I haven't washed my right eyebrow since this glorious moment, hashtag happy birthday,
That's
Phil.
still true. I haven't washed this part of my face since he touched it.
There we go.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Phil, for this Saturday now.
It's my birthday too, so happy birthday both.
Sure,
Lovely,
all right. We will
lovely.
tot up the scores during this song. Yeah, and one of you will win this signed photo. And Sex, Death and Landscapes by the brilliant Tom Rosenthal.
Yes.
Internet Takeover on BBC Radio 1.
That was the amazing Tom Rosenthal with Sex, Death and Landscapes. I'd encourage you to check out his work. And we are counting we're choosing the 7 wonders of the internet. Emma says, community. Most of my best friends are from fandoms. I'd be lost without them. Some of them have genuinely changed my life. And Kat says, finding people with the same interests and likes as you and being able to be yourself with them. Carrie's fans are called...
Hopefuls.
The Hopefuls.
Yes.
Hazel's fan is called...
The hazelnuts.
The
I didn't know
Hazelnuts.
that. I love that.
It's not a big thing. I don't make a deal.
I am tempted. I've met plenty of hopefuls, and how do you like? They are the loveliest.
They
Is that
are
coming
like
from you?
super nice. I don't know. I'd love to say it, but you know, it's all me. It's all my influence. You know, I honestly don't know. It's just they just seem to have congregated around my channel, and I'm very grateful for that. But they all seem super lovely.
See, I think we could do a trade-off, because if we were to put on the fourth plinth the hopefuls, there is a particular fandom with a PH who we adore, who might be a bit upset because we've got quite a few suggestions of Dan and Phil related things that should go on one of these 7 plinths. So if we were to put the hopefuls, we could put something of a Dan and Phil ilk. Suggestions we have include the gif of Dan falling off his chair. We've all seen that gif. Hashtag congrats on 5 million, Dan, I get a dog, of course. Caitlin says Dan Howell wearing colour. Rapunzel, probably not a real name, says Phil Lester's smile because he is a literal sunshine that brightens so many people's lives. And Fran says, Phil's fringe, it's great and important and something you should definitely talk about.
That person scares me most, so I'm probably going to say that one. I'm afraid they'll come after me if we don't choose
Maybe
that.
an additional trade-off could be if we don't talk about it, we'll just bang it on Phil Lester's
Just
fringe.
stick it on.
Yeah.
I don't think
On
we
the
need
plinth.
to discuss it. I'm happy to stick that in there. Yeah.
All right.
Are the hopefuls going in? Have we decided that?
The hopefuls are definitely, of
that's on
course the
list?
hopefuls
They're
are going
lovely.
in.
They're absolutely
We love
lovely.
the
Can I make my
hopefuls.
comparison, Ben? Am I allowed?
Go on.
Well,
I love this. Yes.
You mentioned yesterday that we might put fandoms in. I said, what I find really interesting is that, you know, that concept that, like, dogs look like their owners.
Yeah.
In the nicest possible way. That's kind of what fandoms are like. Like, they tweet you and, like, you're like, I know who you support. Like, yes, all of yours are lovely because you're lovely. There's a distinction between, say, mine and yours and Louise's and Ben's and Emma's and Jack's, and you can just tell the sort of tone and humour of
I
them
don't
all.
have a fandom, Hazel. I have...
Oh, you have a lot of people who you've blocked on Twitter.
Sure.
That is your fandom.
I have a lot
We'll call that your
of, I call them friends. Best friends.
Sure.
Disciples. This is Handsome by the Vaccines. That was Handsome by the Vaccines. Now, Carrie, during the break, we decided that Carrie has won the signed photo of me. What are you going to do with it?
Yay. I haven't quite decided yet, Ben.
eBay, then. Great.
I think hanging in the bathroom.
Yes.
Maybe just on the back of the bathroom doors when I close the door. It just looks
there,
I could
ever
watch-
present, always
watch
watching.
people pee.
always there.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Now, we are deciding the 7 wonders of the internet. You can still tweet using the hashtag 7 wonders of the internet. Izzy has done just that. And she suggests the strange articles on WikiHow. Do you know what WikiHow is?
Yeah.
It's like Wikipedia, but it's like a database of how-to guides.
And there's always strange pictures.
Strange pictures and strange articles. She sent me a link to some... Well, I'll read you 3 titles of potential WikiHow articles, and you can tell me whether you think these are real or fake. How to sell a llama to somebody who doesn't want a llama.
I mean, that's not something I would ever search. But
Is it real or fake?
It's so
Real or
bizarre.
fake?
I want to say that that's real.
I think the internet is weird enough for that to be real.
It is real, and one of the steps is when the buyer asks if they can see the llama, do not say that they can unless they have the cash. Most people will just want to come and see a llama and leave. The second one,
fair.
is there or is there not a WikiHow article on how to act like a mermaid at school?
I mean, I would have loved that as a kid.
I'm saying no to that one.
Brave.
Why at school specifically?
I don't know. I don't
gotta
know,
hurry,
but
yeah.
I can imagine that I would have wanted that. So I'm going to say that I want to believe that's real more than anything.
That is real. Steps include act panicked when you get water on you, obviously.
Act panicked?
Wait,
Obviously.
shouldn't they be in water?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to let on that you're a mermaid.
Oh,
think about
like
it. Think about it.
Splash.
And
Okay.
finally, is there or is there not a WikiHow article on how to ruin a wedding?
There should be. And I probably wrote it while drunk.
Well, that's good enough. It's true. Steps include get drunk, ruin the cake, talk about divorce, and ruin the wedding with the help of a small child or a boombox.
Great.
When I checked the article last night, it says at the top there's a disclaimer that says this article has been nominated for deletion with the reason of mean-spirited activity.
Oh, mischief, I'd call that.
Mischief, so there we go.
Light-hearted mischief.
All of them were true. The moral of that quiz is that everything on the internet is definitely 100% true. This is Move by Rat Boy.
BBC Radio 1.
That was Move by Rat Boy. We have just a few minutes left to choose a seventh wonder of the internet. So far we've got Zayn Malik's Instagram, Pepe shipping The Hopefuls, Phil Lester's Fringe, and incredibly niche WikiHow articles. What's in your discarded pile? What can we put on the seventh
I have a huge discarded pile. There's a lot I went through. Well, I like the Twitter mute button because there's something just so delightfully backhanded.
It's the best.
Yeah. You can get rid of people and they don't even know. It's lovely.
Beautiful.
We had regret was one of the options.
I'm not sure how we'd personify regret when we put it on the plinth.
Yeah, that's why it was difficult. I think
it'd be like Hazel's tweets just crossed out.
Yeah, and all that stuff you read earlier just crossed out. Also, I really wanted that picture of Chris Pine crying at the Oscars.
No, I haven't seen this. And
I
feel like I'm the only person in the studio who hasn't.
It's so glorious.
I think that picture itself should, like that performance that he that should win an Oscar in itself.
What's he crying
so
for?
Stunning. Well, there's like a performance happening on stage, right? And you're watching the performance, brilliant. And then it cuts to Chris Pine, and he stands a la Shia LaBeouf or Citizen Kane, if you want to go to the and he stands and just like claps, like slow clap, and just a single tear rolls down his face.
Because he hasn't won?
No, because he's just so moved by the performance, Ben. And it's the most stunning picture of a man I've ever seen in my life.
It looks like it's come straight out of a movie.
This is tempting.
It's incredible.
This is tempting for the seventh plinth. I have a suggestion. The autocorrect still in 2016 capitalises the word internet.
That's annoying.
No, it's not annoying.
It shouldn't have
It's a
capital.
reminder
It's
in 2016 that the internet is still
I
important.
quite like
It's still
that.
worthy of capitalisation.
Does universe even get a capital U? Like, it
No,
doesn't.
the internet's more important than the universe.
Then again,
Hazel.
autocorrect couldn't to CloudKit the other day,
fair.
so I
That's
don't think it
fair.
should be relied upon.
Yeah, and the amount of times I say ducking is just
You're right.
annoying.
You're right. I feel a fool. We have suggestions from our listeners. A few people suggested the emo Kylo Ren Twitter.
Oh my
feed.
god, I really want. Oh, it's so good, Carrie. It's Kylo Ren
He
being.
tweets things like, Uncle Lando said my helmet made me look like a depressed lampshade, and then everyone laughed and high-fived him. I hate this family so much.
He's just a kid who hates his
love
dad.
that.
Like, it's so brilliant.
We've also got rather wonderfully, a few people have tweeted suggesting seven wonders of the internet. They've possibly misunderstood the question. Libby tweeted, Peter Pan and Stalin, am I doing this right? And Josie just tweeted, profiteroles, because it's like the only other thing apart from pizza that I eat.
Sorry, can we go back? Peter Pan and Stalin.
Don't question
As a
it.
duo.
Don't question it. We haven't time to question it.
I shipped them.
This one's a nice listener comment to end on. Katie said of one of the seven wonders of the internet, the ability to create the seven wonders list with strangers online and on the radio. If you think about it too hard, it's bonkers. So the Internet Takeover show itself could go on the seventh.
How
seventh
delightfully
plinth.
trite and fitting.
That's just perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
That deserves a round of applause.
Woo.
Next week on the Internet Takeover show, it will be Dan and Phil's Fringe with their special guest, the rest of Phil. Thanks to Carrie, thanks to Hazel, thanks to our producer Dan. It's his last ever Internet Takeover show. Goodbye.
Great. It's been real.
And now David Bowie's cover of the Beach Boys, God Only Knows.